Hey, and welcome back to Mr. Poole's math class. Today we're going to be talking about the distributive method, and it's also called the box method. It's called the box method because you use this box to make the problem. So if you have a problem like 48 times 34, what you do first is you take the 4d8 and you expand it into expanded form. Now, when you do that in expanded form, it's 40 plus 8. And you put them in here for a reason. You put the 40 here and the 8 across here. The other number is 34, so you put the 30 here, you put a plus here, and I usually put it right on the line there to keep it nice and neat. So you put the 30 and then the 4 down here. All right, now, what you do after that is you put your finger in the box here, just like I do here, and you lead one finger up and one finger over to the left. And when you run into those numbers, I'm going to write those numbers in here. So it's 40 times 30. Okay, 40 times 30. Now, you might go, well, Mr. Poole, I don't know what 40 times 30 is. Well, you do. Remember that little trick we used with multiplying times 10 where you cover up the zeros? Okay, you can use that trick here. Okay, it's actually a strategy. It works. So you cover up those two zeros and then you have 4 times 3. So what's 4 times 3? Yeah. That's easy one. 4 times 3 is 12, and then the two zeros you covered up, you put at the bottom. So those two zeros you covered up, you put right on the end of the number, and you come up with 1,200. All right, now you put your fingers in this box, and you move over to 30 and 8. So I'm going to write that on here, 30 times 8, because that's what we're doing. We're multiplying. Okay, so 30 times 8. Again, cover up the 0. What's 8 times 3? Cover up the 0. What's 8 times 3? 8 times 3 is 24. Put the 0 on the end. And you have 240. Okay, if I put my finger in this box, 40 times 4, 40 times 4. This is how I'm getting those numbers. 40 times 4. So 40 times 4. Cover up the 0. What's 4 times 4 is 16. Put the 0 on the end. And that is 160. Okay, this is the easiest one. 8 times 4. So I do 8 times 4, that's 32. That's one of your math facts, so that's what you should know. 8 times 4 is 32. That's your math fact. Okay? All right, now, when you have each of these numbers, when you have each of the boxes here, so these numbers right here, I'm going to use those numbers, okay, to get my answer. So I'm going to put them over here, and I like to write them. I like to write them in order. That's the way I like to do it. You don't have to do it that way, but you do have to line up the place values. So this one's 240, so I'm going to line it up in the hundreds place, then the tens, then the ones. This one is 160. So I'm going to line it, the 1 in the hundreds, the 6 in the tens, the 0 in the ones place. This one is 32. So I'm going to line a 3 in the tens place, a 2 in the ones place. I'm going to put my plus sign. Since it's addition, I can add up more than one number at a time. So I can add up all 4 of these at once. So I'm going to add up the ones column first. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. Now the tens. Okay, 0 plus 4 is 4, plus 6 is 10, plus 3 is 13. And then I'm going to carry my 1. So that's 3, plus another 3 is 6, and 1 is 1,632. Okay, and you can check that. You can check that on a calculator if you want, but that is the correct answer. Okay, it is 1,632. Okay, and I'm going to do another one of these. So if you didn't follow this one, I'm going to go ahead and erase these numbers and we'll start another one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and erase these. Okay, I'm going to erase this, I'm going to erase this. And we'll do another one. Okay, why don't we do 65 times 24. Okay, so 65 times 24. So you start off with the 65, again, put in the expanded form. We're going to go 60 plus 5. Sometimes I put a little multiplication sign in the corner, just knowing that I'm multiplying these numbers. Just in case you forget, you don't have to do that. That's just something that I like to do. Okay. Now we do the second number. It's 20 plus 4. And again, put your plus signs right on this line, so it's evenly spaced out and you don't get confused. One of the most important things is to be neat. Be neat on these problems, because if you're neat, then you won't get your numbers confused. Okay, again, put your fingers in a box. It doesn't matter where you start. You can start on any box. Okay, this time maybe I'll start down here. So 60 times 4. So I'm going to put it in parentheses up here so you know where I'm getting the numbers from. So 60 times 4, I'm going to cover up the 0. 6 times 4 is 24. Put the 0 on the end. Okay, now I'm going to go over to this box. So 20 times 5. 20 times 5. Okay, that's why I'm getting those numbers. 20 times 5. Cover up the 0. 2 times 5 is what? 10. Yep. Put the 0 on the end. That's an easy one. Okay. All right, now we'll go to the easy one next. 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay. Then you go to this box here, the last one, you go 60 times 20. So 60 times 20, I'm going to cover up those zeros. We have 12. 6 times 2 is 12. Sorry. Let me go back there. I kind of skipped ahead there. So cover up those zeros. 6 times 2 is your 12. Then you put the 2 zeros on the end. Okay? All right, now I have my numbers in here, so I'm going to circle them so I don't get them confused with the other numbers I have in there. Okay, now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write them from greatest to least. So that's the way I like to do them. You don't have to do that. That's just something I like to do. Then I'm going to go 240 comes next, and I'm going to line it up in the hundreds place. Then I have 100, so line it up again in the correct place value. Then I have 20. And I'm going to add those up. 6, 5, 1,560. Okay? So again, this is how we do the distributive method. Okay, or I call it the box method because you are really creating a box. Okay, then you just take those answers you get out of your box and you add them all up. Okay, I hope this helps you solve your 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problems, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.